Do you feel like maybe you got a late start, or maybe you don't quite have that retirement accounts going and you're wondering, how can I actually retire without a 401k or an IRA? I'm gonna give you the answer in this video right now. You might feel a little bit guilty in a sense because you're like, oh, I should be starting. I should be further ahead than I actually am, but I haven't done it. And there could be multiple reasons. Maybe you started out, you had credit cards that were just too high. Maybe you had some other bills. You had kids. Like I've got a bunch of them as well. By the way, if you want some, I've got like 8 of them you can borrow or just take, if you want them. And they'll tell you, you have to start today. In fact, you were supposed to start when you were like 2 years old. That's when you should have started your retirement accounts, and you didn't do it. I actually had those retirement accounts. I was the financial advisor. I was the one telling you to start doing that. And the truth is, it's high risk, mediocre returns. So all these experts are telling you, hey, you should just put your money in these retirement plans for 30 or 40 years, and then you'll have the rest of your life set. The truth is, most of these people get to retirement, and I've seen this hundreds and hundreds of times. They get to retirement, and then they say, okay, either I got to keep working or I got to die soon. That's what most people are doing. So let's just dive in. What are these ways you can retire without a retirement account? First and foremost, do you have a savings? I have so many people saying, I got to start a retirement account. Do you have a savings account for emergencies? No. Start with a savings account. You do not want to use a retirement account, locking your money away into prison when you need the money, you can't get it back out again, right? It's like people that try to pay off their house extra fast. By the way, if you're doing that, bonus tip, that may not be the smartest thing to do. You might want to put that money in savings instead. Keep your equity outside of the house, so then you don't have to go and rob into your house by going and begging for a loan from the bank, or if you're laid off or something like that and you need the money, then the banks will never give you the money and you have to sell the house, sell your dream home, and then you're back to renting again. You don't have to do that. Keep that equity outside of the house. Keep it in savings. A great way to do that, we have like max ROI infinite banking we talk about on this channel all the time. So be sure to subscribe to our channel to be able to learn more about how that actually works, how you can actually create a tax-free, high-yield savings account that's protected from lawsuits and creditors as well as taxes. The second way you can do it is go into real estate. You could start out with your own home. You could actually rent out rooms. You could rent out the basement if you've got a basement or something like that. You could start making money from your own house. That's cool. That's a great way you can start doing it. Some people will actually go and buy a property, renovate it, live in it for a while, then move out to rent it out, and then move into the next property. And they just kind of keep buying their future rentals as they go along. They call it a BRRRR strategy, BRRRR. I can't remember how many R's are in there. You buy it, you renovate it, you refinance, and then you rent it out, right? So you can do those kind of things, of course. Now, if you want to be more passive, this requires more cash. So if you have more than enough savings for emergencies and then some, you can actually go buy a turnkey rental property where a property manager manages it for you and you can own it anywhere in the country. Understand that I live on the western half of the United States. This side of the United States, rentals are horrible. They're bad news. But if I go out east, if I look out towards like the southeast or the Midwest, I can buy properties for cheaper that still cash flow very nicely. And so that's one great way I can do that. Here's another way. You can actually go and lend your money out to real estate investors. You don't have to be the real estate expert. I would definitely recommend this. You bet on the jockey more than the horse. Remember that you pick somebody who is reputable, that's done real estate for a while and has done that kind of real estate. That's somebody you could trust better. You can lend your money to those real estate investors, and then they pay you a contractual return. In many cases, that could be 10% or more per year. Just so you know, that's better than what the stock market does. The stock market, the S&P 500, has only averaged 8.03% for the last 30 years as of April 2025. Now let me move into one other strategy I think can be a great way to do it, again, without having to have all this money, is have a business partnership. A business partnership can be great. Now this could be in real estate investing, for example. This could also be a thing like a car wash business. It could be oil and gas. There are a lot of ways to partner on these deals and make great returns and not just create income, but also create even growth in some of these cases too. For example, we have some of our clients that invested in a car wash business. Now it does cash flow, which is nice, but the big thing they're looking for is really creating that the operator that's doing this, not you, but the operator that's running this car wash business, what they're hoping for is that they build the profits, builds the value. Because the great thing about business is that the more cash flow it makes, the more profit it makes, the higher it can sell for. There's not many things that can do that. It doesn't happen in the stock market. See, in the stock market, if the price goes up, it's usually because you're not getting paid dividends, right? Usually the ones that pay you dividends don't really move in stock price that much. But with a business, a real business, even if you own a business, this is still true, the more profitable you are, the more you can sell it for too. So not only are you making cash flow along the way, on the back end, you can also make a lump sum of cash as well. And so you can make money really two ways with having a partnership. I do this with oil and gas. I have a partnership there where literally we're getting paid from all the stuff that they're drilling and pulling out of the earth. I'm also getting paid literally from earth, from dirt, from buy these properties at wholesale price, and then my partners turn around and sell it at retail, and they sell it with interest so that they pay us mortgage payments with interest. And so that $500,000 I've now invested in that is kicking off about $13,000 a month. Guys, that's like over 160 grand a year. And I did it without any retirement accounts, just like you can do as well. So passive income is the key to freedom. And I love passive income, right? So here's a video that explains why everyone should focus on passive income and how you can actually do it other than using retirement plans. Check that out right now.